Hi everyone, this is Selina. Welcome back to one of my videos. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name's Selina and I release a crochet tutorial every week. And this week I'm bringing to you this beautiful winter French beret. So this is how it looks. It's really easy to crochet and it's really easy to make, and as always the free pattern will be available on my blog selinaveronique.com, so don't forget to check that out. And yes, so this is a winter beret and it is crocheted with super chunky wool. So for this project I used Sirdar Adventure Super Chunky. So this yarn is 80% acrylic, 20% wool, and it's an absolute delight to crochet with it. So like I said, it's super chunky. I will be writing down some substitutes in the down bar if you can't get a hold of this yarn, which is Sirdar Adventure. However, this is very similar to the wool by Wool and the Gang. I think it's called Crazy Sexy Wool. So you can substitute with that yarn too, and any super chunky yarn of your preference. I also used a 7mm crochet hook, a tapestry needle, and a pair of scissors, and I will be using US terms with British terms in brackets. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. It really helps out my channel. And without further ado, I'm just going to jump into the tutorial. Okay, so to begin this tutorial, this pattern, you will be making a slip knot, so just go ahead and make your slip knot like so. Pop your hook through and tighten slightly, and this is what you have. And now what we are going to be doing is chaining 4. So just go ahead and chain 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. And as you can see, this is a very thick yarn. So now what we are going to be doing is slip stitching to the first chain. And so just go ahead and slip stitch through that to create a center into which we will be working. So now that you've done that, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and this counts as our first double crochet. And now that you've done your first double crochet, by chaining 3, you are going to be adding 13 double crochets inside this center. Okay, so let's place 13 double crochets. So to create your double crochet, wrap your yarn around your hook, go into the center, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook. Take your yarn and go through 2 loops. Take your yarn and go through 2 loops. And that creates a double crochet. And now we are going to be placing 12 more, so just go ahead and place 12 more double crochets inside this center. And then I'll get back to you to show you the how to finish off this round. So you need 14 double crochets in total for this round, and obviously the chain 3 counts as a double crochet. Okay, so I have my 14 double crochets in total, and what I am going to be doing to finish off this round is slip stitching to the chain 3 that we did at the beginning. So just go ahead and slip stitch through that just to close off this round. And you can pull on this slightly to close the center, and this is round 1. Okay, now for round 2 we are going to be chaining 3, 1, 2 and 3, and this counts as our first double crochet. And we are going to be placing another double crochet inside this first stitch here. So just wrap your yarn around your hook, go into this stitch and place a double crochet into that. Now what we are going to, and that means there are 2 double crochets together in this stitch. So now that you've done that, you are going to be going into the next stitch and placing 2 double crochets inside that next stitch. So 1 and 2, and now go into the next stitch with 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, and then into the next stitch with 2 double crochets. So what we are doing is placing 2 double crochets into each stitch across, and then I'll show you how to finish off this round. Okay, so once you reach the end of this round, you are going to be slip stitching through the 3rd chain that we did at the beginning to close off this round, and now chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and this counts as your first double crochet. And now you are going to be placing a 2nd double crochet in this first stitch like so, so you have 2 double crochets together. And now for this round we are going to be placing 1 double crochet inside the next stitch on its own. So just go ahead and place a double crochet on its own in the next stitch, and then place 2 double crochets together in the next stitch. So just go ahead and place 2 double crochets into the next stitch, and then place a double crochet into the next stitch. So 1 double crochet on its own. Now place 2 double crochets together in the next stitch, and then place 1 double crochet on its own into the next stitch, and alternate 2 double crochets together and 1 double crochet on its own until you reach the end of this round, and then I'll show you what to do then. Okay, so I finished this round, and I finished on a on 1 double crochet on its own, and what I am going to do is always a slip stitch through the chain 3 at the beginning like so. And now for round 1, 2, 3, 4 we are going to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and this counts as our first double crochet. Once again we are going to be placing another double crochet inside this stitch, so we have 2 double crochets together. Now place 1 double crochet on its own into the next stitch, and once again place 1 double crochet on its own in the next stitch, and now place 2 double crochets together into the next stitch. So we've placed 2 double crochets together. Now we are going to be going into the next stitch with 1 double crochet, and then into the next stitch with 1 double crochet, and then go into the next stitch with 2 double crochets together, and then into the next stitch with 1 double crochet, and another stitch with just 1 double crochet, and then 2 double crochets together. So just alternate 2 double crochets together, 1 double crochet, another double crochet, until you reach the end of this round, and then I'll get back to you to show you what to do next. Okay, so to finish off this round we are going to be slip stitching through that 3rd chain 3 like so. And now for the next row we are going to be chaining 3, 1, 2 and 3, and this counts as our first double crochet. And we are going to be placing another double crochet through this stitch here, and that's the beginning of this round. Now we are going to be placing a double crochet on its own in the next stitch, and then another double crochet on its own in the next stitch, and then another double crochet on its own in the next stitch. And now we are going to be placing 2 double crochets together inside the next stitch, and then we are going to be placing a double crochet on its own in the next stitch, and then another double crochet on its own in the next stitch, and another double crochet on its own in the next stitch. So that's 3 double crochets on their own in each stitch before we will be placing 2 double crochets together in the next stitch. So just alternate 2 double crochets together in a stitch, and then 3 double crochets on their own, and so on and so forth, and then I'll get back to show you the end of this round. Okay, so I'm back, and I've slip stitch to finish off the round, and now I'm going to do the last round before creating the beret shape. So chain 3, and that counts as a double crochet. Now, as always, place another double crochet inside that first stitch, like so. And now we are going to be placing a double crochet on its own into the next 4 stitches. So just place a double crochet on its own inside the next 4 stitches, and then in the next stitch place 2 double crochets together in 1 stitch, and then place a double crochet on its own 4 times, like I said. 2, 3, 4, and now place 2 double crochets together, 1 and 2, and now place 4 double crochets on their own, 2, 3 and 4, and then 2 double crochets together, and just carry this on until you reach the end of this round, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so I finished this last round, and there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds in total, and this circle measures 14 inches, as you can see. So that's 14 inches across, and this is what you want approximately, in between 13.5 and 14 inches. And what we are going to be doing now is, so we are going to be creating this beret shape. So to do so, I'm just going to zoom in slightly. What we are going to be doing is chaining 1, and this does count as a single crochet with this stitch here. What we are going to be doing now is skipping 1 and 2 stitches and going into the next with a single crochet, which is pop your hook through directly, pull up a loop, take your yarn and pull through 2 loops, like so. Now you are going to be skipping a stitch and going into the next with a single crochet, and the point is to create a to tighten this part. So now skip 1 and 2 stitches and go into the next with a single crochet, like so. Now skip a stitch and go into the next with a single crochet, Now skip 1 and 2 stitches and go into the next with a single crochet. Now skip a stitch and go into the next with a single crochet. And skip 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and go into the next with a single crochet. And skip 1 stitch and go into the next with a single crochet. And basically you are either skipping 2 stitches, then going into the next with a single crochet, and then skipping 1 stitch and going into the next with a single crochet, and just alternate this. If you need more help, just head over to my blog, selinaveronique.com. The written pattern is available if you need help, and I'll meet you back at the end of this round. So I've gone all the way round, and I'm going to slip stitch through the first chain that we did to close off this round. And there we go. Okay, so now for the next round, I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and this counts as a double crochet. And what I am going to be doing is placing a double crochet into each and every stitch across. So place a double crochet into the next stitch. Like this. And then another double crochet into the next stitch. And just place a, sorry about that, it's just quite hard. This yarn is quite hard to manipulate. And place a double crochet into each and every stitch across until you reach the end of this round. Okay, so I finished this round and I've slip stitched, and what I am going to do now is snip off this yarn, pull this through like that, and our beret is finished. So you just need to tidy up this loose end. Don't forget to tie in this loose end too quite well, because you don't want this part to unravel. So just go ahead and do that. Like so. And yeah, we finished this tutorial. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next week in my next video.